So today I'm going to be trying my first attempt at making kimchi. Kimchi is a traditional Korean food. They use vegetables that are the freshest, so whatever's in season. So during the spring they use lots of radishes and cabbages. Come summertime they use beets and cucumbers. And then what they do is they slice up everything really thin and really fine, and just looking at pictures of everything and kind of the traditional dishes that it's used on, it seems like it varies in consistency depending on what you want and what it's used for. So personally, I wanted to go the route more of like a sauerkraut texture, so I sliced up my ingredients really thinly, because I just to give it a try the first time around. And then generally what they do is they put it into a big crock with salt and store it underground to ferment. So the salt draws all the liquid out and it turns into this probiotic, symbiotic wonderland of really good, delicious food. So my version is less complicated, I suppose, than that. I don't have a big kimchi crock, nor do I want to dig a hole out in my yard right now. One day perhaps I will try it, but today is not the day. So what I did yesterday is, after working at the farm, I brought home one head of red cabbage, like 5 big, juicy, delicious, crisp carrots, and a head of cauliflower. And I diced up or sliced up the cabbage really, really thin. And then I took the carrots and did the same, really thin slices, little pieces, chunks in there. And then I took the head of cauliflower and just kind of grated it. And then the brine that I used, so I'm kind of merging to the traditional kimchi is with no brine. But my coworker kind of turned me on to making kimchi because he makes it. Ooh, there's a fly! He makes it and he brings it for me to try. And so I'm kind of following his recipe the first time around, and I'll play around with it. But this time I'm following his recipe because it always turns out so good. So he uses more of a brine, or he uses a brine. So what he does is he puts all his ingredients in a bowl, which I did. I mixed them all together, and then I took for his brine he uses 1 teaspoon of salt to 1 cup of water. So I did that in here. I actually didn't use quite as much salt. I didn't have that much salt, so I just made it with the salt that I did have, and it turned out pretty salty. So I'm anticipating that it'll be just fine. So I let this sit on my counter for 48 hours. Normally he says that he does it for like 24 to 36. I figured it wouldn't really hurt anything, and I was too lazy to do it last night. Oh my god. So I didn't. So it's here, 48 hours later, and it's looking all murky and delightful, and there's bubbles coming up, so things are happening in there. It's kind of exciting. It kind of smells like cabbage in my house, but I just don't care. So you have to embrace your inner I don't care if my house smells like cabbage mantra or something. But so I have this sitting here, and the final step is to put it into jars. I could definitely jump right in and eat all this. Like, it's totally fine to eat. It's good. I used really clean dishes and made sure everything was clean and scrubbed and washed. The thing with this process is it's not like ultra pasteurized or any means by any stretch of the imagination. Hey, there's a condom commercial on my Spotify right now, so please ignore that. Oh my god. Okay, anyways, so what I did is I scrubbed these jars out really well. You can put them in the oven and sterilize them that way, or you could boil them, or whatever you want to do. But I scrubbed mine really good, and I'm laying them out here to dry. What the next step is to do is to drain off all this water. Now, you could put the water and the veggies into the jars and let them ferment in your cupboard. That causes a huge mess. It bubbles and burbles everywhere. and it's gross, and I don't want to deal with that right now, but that's more of like a traditional kraut sort of thing, cupboard kraut. So I'm going to drain off all the water and really squeeze it out. And then once all that's back in this bowl, I'll kind of show you once it's in there. And I'm going to grate up some ginger and some turmeric. I don't know, I like fresh spices, so if you can get the roots themselves, do it. They should be in your local produce section or whatever. And you know, if there's spices or herbs that you want to use that are growing in your garden, by all means give it a try. What's really fun about this that I'm learning is that you can use anything that you want. This is my first time out the chute trying it, so it'll be kind of a living on the edge sort of thing. But I took all the right steps, everything's super clean, super tidy, scrubbed, scoured, whatever, so I'm not going to grow any of the gross stuff like poop in a jar or something nasty. So just make sure everything's super, super clean. I don't want anybody getting sick who tries this. So anyways, I'm going to drain this off, and then I will come back and show you the mixture, and then I'm basically just going to shove it into these jars. I'm going to try and fit it into these 4 big jars here. Just shove it in there, pack it in really tight, and then you do up the lids, you put all these jars into a pan and shove them in your cupboard and kind of go at it from there. You know, like I said, you can eat it right away, or you can wait for a month and allow it to ferment. Which most of the time that's what you do. I don't think that you necessarily want to go longer than a couple of months before eating it, just because then you kind of get into, well, they're not sealed and you don't really want to get botulism and that sort of thing. That being said, I don't think that you're going to, even if you waited longer than that, but just, you know, eat it. It's in your cupboard. It's good for you. So anyways, I'm going to drain all this off and I'll come back. Bye! It smells like cabbage in here. Hi! Okay, I did it, and it's so pretty. Look at it, look at it. It's like a artistic art form. Art. Kimchi art, ooh la la. So yeah, I cracked myself up, you guys. God, you're missing a party here. So yeah, it made 3 big jars. So 1 big bowl. This is bowl right here. Made 3 jars. So what I'm gonna do is, you don't want the lids to be super tight because you want it to breathe, you want things to ooze, you want things to percolate. You have to say it like this when you say percolate. So yeah, I'm just tightening the lids so that they just are snug. And I'm gonna put it in a casserole dish and shove it into my cupboard, and then enjoy it in like a couple weeks to a month, and I will report back and let you know how it goes. You can also try, if you do try this, just remember your house is gonna smell like cabbage farts. It's all wrap our minds around cabbages farting. Yeah, that's it. So just be prepared. So I'm gonna go turn the fan on now and light a candle and make some pizza. Drink some wine, and watch my kimchi percolate in my cupboard. So if you try it, let us know. Tell us if you try anything different, or if you have any recommendations or something, and share us with your friends, because we're funny, and I'm funny. The fly's not funny. The fly's on the freaking camera. Stupid fly. Yeah. So yeah, try it. Let us know how it goes. And we'll talk to you later. Okay, bye. Bye-bye.